What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. I've played a few mobile games here and there. I don't spend a lot of time playing them, but I've played a few. And, I think I've found something that literally everybody can agree on, especially anybody who's ever played a mobile game that has daily login rewards. And mobile game developers, take note, please. This is a request from all of us to you. Please do your daily login rewards in this particular way that I'm going to mention. So, there are two ways that it seems these games will do login rewards. And the first way, the stupid way, is that whenever you log into the game and collect your daily reward, it starts a 24-hour timer. I'll get to why that's the stupid way later. The second way, the good way, the right way to do it, is to just have a set time that it automatically resets. So, like, usually midnight in whatever time zone that the game is from, it will basically say that, okay, it's the next day now. And anybody who has collected a reward from yesterday can log back in and collect another one. Now, the reason that the first way is so bad compared to the second one essentially boils down to the fact that you end up missing out on daily login rewards multiple times over the course of, say, a year or whatever. Why does that happen so much with the first way? Well, because the first way sets a 24-hour timer when you log in and collect your reward, it is dependent upon that time. Also, it makes it so that you absolutely positively cannot collect a login reward before that time on the next day. And so, because most people are not going to sit there and set their own timer for, when to collect the next reward, you're pretty much stuck with waiting for the notification to pop up and assuming you're not busy, then immediately tapping on it and, signing into the game and collecting your reward. Even if you are consistently available every single day around that same time, it still pushes it back a few seconds, bare minimum, every single day. So, eventually, it gets to a point where it's now minutes later and possibly even hours later. Eventually, it runs into a time where you're busy doing something else. And therefore, you can't log back in at the same time, as close to 24 hours as possible after the last time you collected your reward. So now you've suddenly got significantly longer gaps in between when you last collected and when you're next able to. And that problem just continues even after the later time. Eventually, it gets later and later and later until you once again run into some other time when you're busy. So then eventually that just compiles more and more and more. And eventually you earn fewer login rewards. It just happens that way over the course of time. Which is why it's the bad way of doing it. If it happens the second way, where it's just, midnight in whatever time zone, the day starts over, you've got a new day, a fresh day to collect your reward. It does not matter what time of the day you log in and collect your daily reward. You could collect it at 11:59 p.m. on one day, and then be able to collect another one at 12:01 a.m. the next day. Doesn't matter when. You could collect it 1 a.m., 5 p.m., noon, whenever. As long as you log into the game at some point over the course of the game's day cycle, you get your reward and don't have to worry about missing out on it or pushing the timer back further for the next day. So, unless you run into an entire day that you're not able to log into the game, which is rare for mobile games, let's be honest. Unless you go for an entire day being unable to open up the game and collect your reward, you don't miss out on anything. So, mobile game developers, please, for the sake of your customers, your fans, the people who are playing your game, do the timer the second way. Do it where the game has its own day cycle that then resets the thing. Don't do it to where it's 24 hours from the time you collect the reward. I am literally... There are 2 games that I play regularly right now. Both of them are just kind of word puzzle sort of games. Nothing complicated, really. But one of them does it with the 24-hour thing from the time that you collect it, and one of them does it just on the day cycle reset thing. I have not missed a single reward in a really long time with the latter of the two, but I have with the former. Because eventually it pushes itself up until, oh geez, now I gotta go to work, and I haven't gotten the notification yet. Oh gee, now it's all the way after work before I've been able to collect my reward. Pushes it back further and further. Oh geez, I'm helping out with youth group stuff. Pushes it back further. Oh gee, I gotta go to bed for work the next day. Pushes it back further. You see what I'm getting at? So yeah, I think that is something that we can all agree on. Now, I have yet to see this be the case, but I know there are some games that have like compounding daily login rewards where like, you have to log in a certain number of days in a row to collect certain rewards. I have yet to see any of those that go with the 24 hours from time of collection method, but I wouldn't be surprised if those are out there. If they are out there, that's especially terrible, because you're making it more difficult for your players to log in and collect those multi-day rewards. So, anyway, ranted on about that a little bit longer than I expected, but oh well. That was my thought for today. So, yeah. If anybody disagrees with this, first of all, I will be very much surprised. Second, I would love to hear your reasoning. Because, as far as I can tell, there is absolutely no good reason to do the whole 24 hours from time of collection method for this. So anyway, okay. I've rambled on enough. That's it for today. So, yeah. As always, like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it with others if you want them to see. Spread the word. Maybe get this out to some game developers out there for mobile games so they can know which way is the preferred way to do it. Anyway, aside from that, make sure you subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos. Click the notification bell to get updates when new ones are posted. Look down in the description for info on other social media pages. how to find and follow all those. And of course, leave comments down below with any thoughts that you have, especially if they're related to this. I would appreciate some valid. I mean, anybody that I've actually communicated with about anything in this regard seems to agree with me. But if you have any other thoughts about it, let me know down below. So anyway, that's it. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you for the next video. But until then, stay cool, people.